Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Kimberly Cox from Magical Mommy Spot, and I am super excited that you are here today watching this video because we are going to talk about all things new moon. Super exciting. I didn't used to be someone who followed so closely with moon cycles, and I kind of always read my horoscope, but I kind of didn't like up until about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I didn't even know that like you had a moon sign and you had a rising sign and all that kind of stuff. So this has become a fairly new obsession to me. I just love being able to look at stuff and figure stuff out. It's like a great big gigantic puzzle that I absolutely love. And today, because today is new moon, in fact the new moon happened about 5 hours ago, and because of that we are going to talk about all things new moon and how I do my family new moon rituals and then how I do my individual rituals, my personal ones. So first things first, if you don't know what a new moon is when the sun is conjunct the moon is conjunct the sun, and so for this particular cycle, it is in Libra, and you can follow, there are a multitude of other people that do all kinds of things about what it means and what intentions to set and how to use the energy best. That's not me, that's not where I am right yet. And so for what I'm going to be doing today is just kind of taking you guys through what I do with my family and what I do on my own on new moon nights. And we do it depends. I try to pick a night that is the nicest and that is the easiest for us, I'm not gonna lie. It could be the day of, the day before, day after. It just all depends. You have like about 3 or 4 days. A window about 3 or 4 days. I try really hard to make sure it's in the same sign. It doesn't always happen that way, so, but the energy is still there. So when I do my family full moon or new moon rituals, I do them as just a very broad, very general. My kids are 7 and 9. I am not trying to like blow their brains up with all kinds of stuff. I figure if they get more interested in it as they get older, then I would be happy to take them on that journey with me and get more into it. So basically we use this as a reset every month for goal setting, intention setting, goal setting. We do that at the beginning of the month too, but I do goal setting at the beginning of the month, and then I do more intention setting. And I know people are going to go, intentions, goals, aren't those kind of interchangeable? And I suppose to some people you could say they are. To me, I think of goals as a very external, tangible kind of thing. You can see the proof of it. Like, I'm going to get healthier, or I'm going to clean stuff up, or I'm going to do more work, or there's something that you're going to see from it. Intention setting I think of really more as very deeply personal. And I think that when we set intentions along with our goals, kind of, it helps us to have the character that we need to achieve the goals. I don't know if you've ever heard this, and I don't know, I'll have to look it up and like put the quote in the description box because I don't want to like take anybody's, claim to fame here. But I will say there is a, okay, hold on, lost that train of thought real quick here. All right, it'll come back to me, and if not, I will still put the quote on because I'll remember it. We just need to get this up, so it's up for the new moon. But so I try to get this. I try to make it so that these intentions are set. Aha, it's coming back to me. When you set a big goal, you need to become the person you need to be to reach that goal. That's kind of what I was getting at. And so I think of intention setting as like working on the character to become the person you need to reach your goals. And so they kind of go hand in hand, and we work with just some, like, I'll give you my whole rundown of how I do it. But when we do like our journaling, we just go into, when you look at your goals, what kind of person do you need? Would that be? What are some of the character traits that person would have? And my kids are still a little bit young to understand that. And so I look at this as a really great opportunity to help them understand what character traits are and what they look like, and find examples of who has those kinds of character traits and why those are important and what kinds of stuff happens and comes from that and whatever. So with our families, I always start out with the singing bowl, which I always let one of my kids use. And they have become really good at this. But they have become really good at doing it. They love doing it. I have it all set up here. I moved my altar over here, so I have it all set up on my desk. But we always start out and we end with a singing bowl. I usually take them through some deep breathing exercises to try to calm us down, center us, get us grounded. And then we go into a reflection period. And that can look like a lot of different things. Okay, I'm back. So when we do our journaling, like I typically take them through I take them through the reflection, and we talk about like the last month and what they did, what they thought was good about it and what they thought was bad about it. And then we go and we start talking about what their goals are for the month, and then we look at what they need to do, who they need to be to make these goals a reality. And I do a combination of letting them either write in their journal or draw pictures in their journal at this point. It's just getting that point across. And it's getting them to connect with like writing or drawing something out and then seeing it happen so that they're making that connection. And then we have a little bit of celebration time where we get all happy and excited for all of the progress that we've made so far and talk about all the good things that are getting ready to happen in the coming month. And we close out with the singing bowl, and then I let them go on their way. Now, that is our family ritual. When it comes to my personal ritual, I've done a lot of different things. This is in the season of my life that I'm in right now, since I'm super busy and have a super ton of things going on at all times. Basically, what I end up doing for new moons is I sage myself in the area. I do my reflection on the past cycle, and then I journal out. A lot of times I will just journal out what's going on in my brain to begin with, because I want to get that out so that I can focus better. You know, it's easy when you give yourself one little thing and you're like, okay, where have you grown in the last month and where have you struggled? Your brain can kind of pinpoint that a little easier than when we're kind of going on, okay, like, what do you want to see called in? And then you're like, oh, well, I've got like 9 million things that I, would love to see called in at some point. So it makes it much easier to kind of journal everything, get your mind right, and then journal out, like, feel it, see it, visualize it, feel it, journal all of your intentions out. And then from that journaling, I will go through and set my intentions on what things are super important, what things are like my top 3, that if these are the only 3 things that I focus on this cycle, this is what it is, this is where we're at. So I set my intentions, and then I end with a meditation, Usually I'll pull some cards and close it out, call it a night. I try to keep my own personal one around an hour, and the family one is probably somewhere between 20 minutes and 40 minutes, depending on how the kids are working through things. Sometimes we have class clowns and we cut up the whole time and it takes us 40 minutes because we have to keep redirecting and bringing everybody back to where we need to be. And sometimes we're like on it and it's easy and everybody just does the stuff and it's like 15-20 minutes and we're done. And I think that that's an important part to bring up, because when I first started doing this, I would listen to people who were like, oh, like I, do ritual for like 4 hours and I meditate for like ever. And I'm like, I don't think I can do that, because like I don't know where in my life I can carve out that much time all in one block to do that. And it kind of discouraged me at first, because I was like, well, I'm never going to reach that level, because, I've got other stuff to do. I've got a family, like, even if I had time to choose to do whatever, like, I still want to spend time with my family and I want to, do this thing and that thing and whatever. And I honestly felt bad about that, because I was like, okay, maybe it's the fact that I don't want to maybe means something. But then I like it had to resonate in me that like everybody is different. And so you may feel like, because it's so peaceful there and you're enjoying yourself and you just feel so connected and that's exactly where you want to be, that is where you want to be. I can do 3 hours in a temple, no problems, because I enjoy that. When I'm doing my own personal thing and I'm working through my personal stuff and I'm not doing it with a group of people and I don't have that companionship and it's just me, myself, and I, it's a lot shorter, because I want to get it done and I want to like, okay, now I want to let this stuff set and, let's get to tomorrow and the next day and let's get this stuff going. Let's see these intentions, manifest. Let's watch this stuff happen. So that is my new moon rituals. And I'm just really excited to be able to bring you this stuff. I haven't been doing rituals with the kids for super long. It was one of those things where I was kind of on the fence about it for a long time, and then I really kind of broke it down into, we still do some spiritual stuff, but it's less spiritual and more intention setting, more like practical stuff, the practical side of it, because I feel like I want them to make their own decisions. I will have a long video on that, probably several videos, on how I feel about any type of religion or spiritual whatever with kids, and how I tend to like the kids to kind of come to it themselves. Because of my past and some of what I've been through, it's just, for me, it makes more sense to do it that way. That way they're making the decision, not somebody telling them what to do. So that is my vlog for today. It is Vlogtober day 6. We made it to 6 and we've vlogged every single day. That's so super exciting. So tomorrow I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a mental health update. And then Friday I'm really excited because I think I'm going to video it on Thursday. I think that's what is the plan right now. I had on my goals, I had 2 closets that I wanted to clean out. And so one of the days, and it's going to be Friday the 8th, I'm going to post a clean with me. And it's going to be all of me cleaning out that front closet and we're organizing it and making it all beautiful. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get it done. And I'm excited to be able to post it. And that's just where we're at. So thank you very much for joining me today. Again, I'm Kimberly Cox for Magical The Magical Mommy Spot. Wow. I almost said Magical Keto Mommy. I wonder if I said that at the beginning. I'll have to check that. Magical Mommy Spot. Yeah. And I am signing off. Have a good day. Bye.